Welcome to the Evolution of Gaming podcast in partnership with Horrible Night, where there's just never enough time in the day for video games. Check them out online at horriblenight.com. The Evolution of Gaming podcast is where we take a look at video games from years gone by. We'll give you a bit of history of the game as we play, and also tell stories from our experiences from the game. I'm Jason P. Thompson, jpthompsLP on YouTube, and joining me as always is Andy Huntsucker, Wrangler103 on YouTube.
Hello, everybody.
We try to play on the original hardware when possible, and well, you can see here we are playing Super Mario Brothers 1.
Very first one.
And well, I guess we shall say that the Thompson NES is dead.
We tried for about an hour to get this thing to work. Several sessions to get this to work, and it's not working. So we wanted to do an NES game, so I had this on Virtual Console. So we're trying this one. And this is Super Mario Brothers 1, of course, as Jason said. And this is a classic, Jason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's either the one that started it all for most, or, you know, I think you already... Aren't you already...
I do. I want it, though.
Oh, you just want the pointage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, the game that a lot of people either, changed it for them or got them on board playing video games.
Sorry about that. We had to check the recording real quick.
But yeah, I mean, my mom played this game.
Yeah, everyone's mom played this game.
That's kind of what it, came down to. It's like if your mom already wasn't playing your, Atari or whatever, there was a good chance that when you were at school, she was cranking out Super Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
The version that we owned, I think we had both. We had just the original cartridge by itself, but then we also had the one with the track and field and Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt, that's hard to say. And so, that was like the best thing ever. Because, I still have a power pad.
Yes, you do.
I still have the original that my family owned.
Watch the Night Force action report when Jason's on. You get to see the power pad. It's great. Yeah, I tune in every week just for that, actually.
It's a great wall decoration. And
Night Force action report, I should say, on horriblenight.com.
Yeah.
They stream that every week.
We do. And it's reversible, so I might actually switch it up. Although, I will say, I pulled that out of the musty basement at my parents' house. And I'm like terrified that it has mold on it or something. Yeah,
like you're breathing in fumes of some kind that will kill you eventually.
It's like every time I handle it, I feel like I get a headache.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what is the headache coming from? So I'm a little terrified actually to touch it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It may need to have like a good burn outside, like out in the sun. So of course you're going the secret part.
Should we? Do we want to do warp zones?
Yes, warp zone. Just
all right.
Whatever.
All right, I'm going to warp to 4.
You're going to skip 3 altogether.
Yeah.
All right.
3 is the underwater level.
Which, I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's more fun in 3 than it is in the original.
Yeah, this is...
But anyways, 1985, it came out in Japan. Shortly, they're released in North America. Just a huge variety, just sort of unseen, unheard of before its time. You're obviously sprinting. You're not taking your time.
No. Well, this level with this guy is so difficult for me that when he's dropping these things on me, I just have to... Yeah, see? That's what happens to me on this level. So I'm just trying to get through it as quick as I can so that I don't die too much when we're playing the original Super Mario Brothers. Because I'm not great at this game. I never was. I was never one of those people who could beat the game in 10 minutes. It takes me a lot to beat this game, even now. Well, especially now, because it's very difficult.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Of course, warp pipes is what you're doing now, so you're, are not warping. You're essentially you start with an above ground part of the level, and then you go underground. And then you have different challenges. Obviously, as Tiny Mario, you can, go under things. you showed earlier that you can run and slide. I think you're pretty good at it.
I mean, I have the dexterity of, someone who played this for hours and hours, like anyone else who would have played this for hours and hours when they were a kid. It's just muscle memory at this point, you know?
And Andy is the one playing.
Yes, I am playing this one.
So he's just completely bypassing everything.
These are the tricks I use to sort of keep from having to do this stuff.
That might explain why you're not that great at it.
That actually is. I just skipped like 90% of it. And there is more warp zones back here.
Yeah.
Just one that will take you to 5.
Yeah, the giant mushroom land or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I will say this game is technically multiplayer.
Yeah, vaguely.
Although, if the first person who will play as Mario is really good at the game, you as the second player may have to wait a very long time before it's your turn. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Luigi is featured in this game, but
yes.
barely.
Yes. Oh, cool. I was hoping we would get one of these. Of course, this is, part of the Mario mythos. It was here right from the very beginning, the invincibility star.
Yeah. But of course, the game
One-up
world...
mushrooms.
Oh, bullets. I love bullets. They're my favorite.
Yep.
They're my favorite. Also very terrifying.
Yes, especially in later games when it became sort of a trope to sort of have as many... Almost like a bullet hell version of Mario. Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Essentially, the game full of coins. You're trying to collect coins. You're trying to, get your high score. You're trying to just do a ton of things.
Yep.
This is the bullet world taken to the extreme. Of course, you've got the, the jump pads there. Then you jump into
hammer.
Straight into the hammers.
Hammer Brothers.
Yeah, it's like it's got so much variety. You almost forget how much variety there is. Like the bullets, I forget about all the time, and then I'm playing it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Snap! Bullets.
Well, I think if you've maybe only played later versions of Mario, and you might be surprised at how much stuff in the Mario mythos.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't believe that's one of those like 1 pixel things where it's like, good. We can see underwater stuff too. I skipped the underwater stuff. Yeah, so there are underwater levels here.
I love this song, by the way.
Yeah, this is a great song.
Got the jellyfish you're trying to stay away from.
Yep.
I forgot how short that part is, but yeah, there are levels that are a little bit longer than that.
And I believe there would be Bullet Brother or Hammer Brothers here as well if I hadn't skipped them. And then there's different...
Yeah, the Beatles.
Desperately need that. Of course. See, the trick is when you pick up the mushroom, you actually...
You need to stop. You need to stop moving.
Yeah, because you stop, you lose control, you lose... Yeah, here we go. Here's the Hammer Brothers.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm not going to get past these guys. This will be where our adventure ends, I think. Although what this game does is really cool. It will let you continue, I'm pretty sure, from... from the level... So I have to go back to 5-1, but I get another 3 lives.
Yeah.
At least I get a few continues, I believe.
It might be to the point where I may have to play a little bit of this.
I think... Oh, maybe not...
I didn't think it... I thought perhaps with the, Game Genie or something you could do that, but...
Maybe it's like maybe it was another version of it. Maybe it was the Super Mario AllStars version of this, where...
Right. Because essentially, like, if, since every time you died, then that would be... There's your 1-up there.
Yes.
Your secret 1-up. Oh, it's all about the timing.
Yep.
So since he grabbed that, after he turned small, it just gave him instead of giving him the flower power.
Yep.
It just gave you the, giant Mario.
Also, you'll notice, Jason, I can't go backwards in this version of the game.
Yeah, you can't turn.
Yeah, most of the other Mario games, I think you can actually sort of go around.
I don't know much about 2. I didn't really play 2 that much.
I played 2 a lot. 2 might be one of my favorite versions of Mario, actually.
A wildly different style of the game.
Wildly different. In fact, I might have this... Maybe we should just emulate all those early Mario games, Jason, because the carts are really expensive. I
mean, I could probably play 3 all the way through.
In one sitting?
All just based off of memory. I mean, my sisters and I played that for hours. It it very well may be the one game that I've played the most.
Yeah.
Was Mario 3.
See, and I wasn't that into 3. I was more into... I skipped 3 for the most part. I mean, I played it, of course, but it wasn't the game that I was like, oh, yeah, 3's my version.
Yeah, I just loved the incredible variety that was in that, just like 1, you know. It kind of just got back to the quote unquote roots of Mario. And I appreciated that.
We should talk about. Oh, that was dumb. We should talk more about when we do Super Mario 2. We should talk about the origins of that because it's bizarre origins. Really, frankly, just one of the strangest video game stories you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
Because there are 2 versions of Super Mario Brothers 2, and they are totally different games. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm just getting lazy now. I'm not being cautious at all. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just go.
You're just trying to show everybody everything.
Yeah. Well, I want to get back to that. I mean, this is the other trick. As you're running forward, if you're running forward too fast,
yeah, you'll slide. You'll
slide, and they sort of put things in there that are, you know, dropping from the just a little bit higher, and you'll think, oh, I'll get to jump over those, and you don't.
Yeah. Of course, you know, 8 worlds altogether.
Yep.
The 4 sub-levels that they call stages.
I'll go to 3 this time.
Yeah, go to 3. And of course, Bowser is the guy you run into.
I hate 3 so much.
It seems like everything you hate, I love, so... There you go.
There we go.
Of course, the whole joke is that you'll never quite get the princess every time you go into the castles.
Your princess is in another castle. Now you know what that's from. It's from this. In fact, I should try to get to a castle just to sort of show that.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Well, again, I'm not super good at the game. I think there's a Hammer Brother on this bridge. No? Maybe not.
No. It's right here. See the... You have no patience.
I don't.
I think that's some part of the trick. You have to wait for both of them to jump up to a higher level, then you can easily take care of both of them.
Yeah. Oh! Ah! Woo! Got out of that one. And if you have a fire flower, it's actually a lot easier. But again, it's not easy to hang on to the fire flower because you get hit once and you're done. There's no health bars here. And, you know, Mario games have sort of hung on to that, you know, where it's like, you know, you get the one hit for the super flower or the mushroom, and but these are the only states Mario has in this game. So he gets Big Mario and Fire Mario, and that's it.
Well, Invincible.
Well, Invincible Mario, but that's not sort of a persistent state. That's just a bonus you can get.
And this is just kind of like the sprint level, like where it's pretty flat. There's just a lot of enemies in a sequence, and it was always fun to see how fast you could get through this without dying and figure out your score.
Yeah, because this is... Yeah, they just sort of put these sort of little obstacles in your path that you wouldn't think are a big deal, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't make that jump that way.
You can make those jumps. You just got to do something...
It requires a lot of practice, which I haven't had in a while.
Yeah. Some levels shorter than others.
Yep. Now this should be a castle, right? 3-3 should be a castle, or is it 3-4 is a castle?
Usually 3-4 is the castle, because this will be the giant mushroom things.
Oh, not mushroom things, right.
You know, like land masses.
Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about, man, this looks an awful lot like Super Mario World, you're right. This is where it all started, these sorts of views of everything.
Now watch out for this one, it'll go down.
It's the gut shot. Oh, dang it.
It's alright, you can jump out there and then...
Yeah, and this one's got like a seesaw.
Oh, for the fraction of the second that you were able to show it.
Yeah.
I mean, just the programming of this game is just amazing. Just like the...
Well, from what I understand, this is one of the very few... This is one of the first games that was actually designed by an artist.
Right.
So Shigeru Miyamoto, who's the guy who designed this, he was not a programmer. He was an artist. So, you know, he designed... Well, I mean, of course, he designed games before this. Here's the castle.
Yeah.
And again, if this looks real familiar, if you've played Super Mario 3, it's like, yeah. A lot of enemies, a lot of
textures,
fire stuff, and yeah, all the texture stuff. I really would love it if I could get to the boss in the end of this.
I bet you can. You're doing all right so far, and then the fire's gonna start.
Yep. Oh!
Toasty.
Jumped too far. See, now this is where it gets really challenging because I'm down to one thing. Like careful. Now, I'm one of those people, Jason. I know I should be careful and like walk, but it feels wrong walking in a Mario game. Maybe I'm the only one who feels that way, but okay.
Very, very rarely do you get the opportunity to level up.
Oh.
Just run.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Somebody actually proved at some point that you could beat one of the Mario levels. I think it was 1-1 without actually running. Because there's several jumps that it makes more sense to run than it does to walk. Ooh.
Well, yeah, I would imagine that there are people out there that
Here we go.
Know about the running.
All right, so here's Bowser, and he's going to shoot fire at me. But then I can sort of jump over him. There you go, now he's dead.
Well, or is he?
Well, good, I found the prince. Oh.
That is one hot princess.
But our princess is in another castle. Well, I doubt I'm making it to... I'm not going to beat this game, Jason. Not in the time we have. We've already seen 4-1. I think we should maybe wrap up.
All right.
So send us home, Jason.
Oh, well, yeah. So this has been Evolution of Gaming in partnership with Horrible Night. HorribleNight.com is where you can check them out, and us as well. We do some stuff with them throughout the week. And so until next time, I'm Jason.
And I'm Andy.
And we'll be seeing you.
Whee! Aww.